Today we're looking at a quick guide to the cause of the French Revolution, and the word I want you to remember for that is M.E.A.T. All these ideas that caused the French Revolution will help you remember this moving forward. But monarchy, enlightenment, the American Revolution, and taxes on the third estate. So let's look at each segment individually. The monarchy of the Bourbon dynasty of Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette was very weak, and the people saw that, and they were frustrated with it. So that helped lead to revolution. The second thing was enlightenment. Enlightenment had been taking Europe by storm, and you saw a lot of people accept the ideas, reject the ideas. You had this idea of conservatism versus a new liberalism or something of that nature, but where the nature of power began to be questioned. And the third, of course, was the American Revolution, and there were two factors in this one I want to talk about quickly. The American Revolution, one, showed that a government could be overthrown by revolution, and the other factor was the people of France were starving, and the French government helped beat their old rival, the British, by supporting the Americans. So there's a twofold effect there, as you can see. One, they were helping people attain more rights that they didn't even have, and they're starving, so they were facing the burden of it, which ultimately leads to the last section, taxes on the third estate. 98% of the population of France was the third estate, and the first estate and the second estate were these more higher classes. You had the clergy in the first estate and the nobles in the second estate. And none of them paid any taxes, or little to none. And just interesting to note that the third estate was broken down into two different classes. They were the well-educated class, known as the bourgeoisies, and they really kind of, excuse me, I faded out of the screen for a second. They really were the educated class, and they were kind of making some money and making some inroads, but they didn't have the inroads that the first and second estate did of the clergy and the nobles. And the rest of the third estate was the peasant class, and they also had a huge amount of burden on them. And this goes back to the idea of, well, who has a say? What can you do in a government if you have no say? Is it even your government? And Enlightenment really got those ideas stirring in people. And I want to also mention the bourgeoisie were reading the same books that probably some of the nobles were. And they were reading into a lot of these things and saying, well, why not us? So those are the causes of the French Revolution. There's a lot more to it, and we will be certainly going to that, but that's just a quick reference for you. That's why it's a quick guide. Okay, thank you very much.